Hi everyone, I'm Ilyas Al-Hazwi from Employment Expert 360. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest topics we're all seeing in public employment services, and it applies to other organizations as well. And this topic is about artificial intelligence or AI. By meeting and visiting different public employment services around the world, I heard more or less the same expectations from AI or about AI, which is about hoping that AI would solve the challenges that they have when it comes to the services provided to job seekers and employers. AI actually can be very powerful, but only if it's built on the right foundations. In this video, I'll walk you through the six key considerations that I see every public employment service should keep in mind before adopting AI or machine learning solutions. The first key consideration is start with the strategy and not following the hype. And here it leads us to the first important question. Why do you want to use AI? Many organizations jump into AI just because it sounds modern or because other similar organizations are doing it. But AI should never be the starting point. First, identify the problem you want to solve, whether that's improving the matching accuracy, or maybe reducing the workload for caseworkers, or expanding self services for job seekers and employers. Once you are clear about your objectives, you can decide whether AI is actually the best approach to follow, because maybe it's just about processes, making them better instead, and not really necessarily adopting a smarter solution. The second key point is about data readiness and quality. So here is reality check, which is, in my opinion, a bit overlooked. AI is only as good as the data behind it. If the data is inconsistent, incomplete, outdated, or biased, your AI will deliver the same type of results. So that means the public employment services should invest in data preparation, which is about the following points. First point is about cleaning and standardizing CVs and vacancies data. Second one is about establishing systems and processes to gather new data and create new data points like which job posts, for example, are clicked by job seekers. Third point is about structuring labor market information. And fourth one is about checking for bias in algorithms and datasets. So without good data, even the most important or the most advanced AI will produce poor or misleading results. So before any project or pilot or procurement process starts with the data and data quality. The third key consideration is keeping people in the loop. AI should support the best stuff, not replacing them. I've seen software vendors pitch AI as a way to cut staff costs, but that's not really realistic, and it often harms service quality. The real value of AI is in making the best stuff more efficient, freeing them from repetitive tasks so they can focus on real work and on human interaction. So that's why user centric design is crucial. And what I mean by that is include your counselors, employers, job seekers when designing the AI system. And if possible, strive also for an AI that is transparent and explainable. So when people trust and understand the AI system, AI adoption becomes much easier. The fourth key consideration is build AI capacity internally. Another big challenge that I see is the knowledge gap that is especially inside public institutions. So when staff don't fully understand AI, it's easy for software vendors to oversell or mislead with fancy buzzwords or false promises. That's why it's really important to invest in capacity building. And how we do that by training your teams to understand what AI can do, cannot do, evaluate vendor claims critically by asking the right critical questions, and seeing AI as a tool for empowerment and not as a threat. So when the staff feel confident and involved, AI adoption becomes smoother and much more sustainable, of course. The key point is about testing, evaluating, and improving in continuous spaces. So my advice is to never roll out an AI system nationwide without testing it first in a smaller scale. So start small and run a pilot focused on a specific challenge. That's what I experienced when working with the Swiss PES, in which they wanted to have a new matching solution and semantic search. So they involved different software vendors and they to benchmark them against each other to also choose the right software vendor based on their objectives. So ask yourself, does AI or does the solution actually improve job matching quality? Does it reduce any employment rates? Or does it increase employer satisfaction? Only you can scale when you see things work, not when you see an impressive presentation. And if possible, invite multiple vendors to participate in pilots. The sixth key points is about thinking long term about procurement and sustainability. So the question here is, should the PES build an AI solutions in-house or buy them from external vendors? Some organizations like France Travail, they have their in-house AI team. Other PESs like the Swiss PES, they collaborate intensively with technical Swiss universities. And many others rely simply on third-party software vendors. So whatever the model is, make sure you plan for sustainability by answering the following questions. How will AI integrate with your existing systems? What the total costs of ownership? Is there any hidden costs? And that includes, for example, of course, the licensing costs and maintenance costs. The third one is, which is in my opinion very important, is how can you avoid being locked into a vendor contract that limits flexibility? Or is it possible to change the solution if you are not really satisfied with it? Are there any major costs to change the solution? So these are not just technical questions, they are strategic ones that determine whether your AI journey will succeed in the long term. So to summarize, we can all agree that AI can really transform public employment services, but only if it's done thoughtfully. The real success factors aren't just technical, but they are also strategic. Strategic like defining clear goals, like what we said before, defining the why of using AI. It's about reliable data and having data quality. It's about adopting ethical and user-centric design. It's about training your staff to be comfortable with AI. It's about adopting evidence-based evaluation when choosing the right AI solution, and of course, sustainable procurement. If we get these foundations right, AI will not only make your employment services more efficient, it will also make them more human and more trusted by the people who are using them. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to dive deeper, you can follow me on LinkedIn or visit my website www.employmentexperts360.com. Until then, stay curious and stay human. Thank you.